Law of diminishing marginal utility is an interesting law in economics, and it definitely explains human nature. Utility refers to self-satisfaction that we derive by using certain product. But keep in mind, utility does not mean benefit. It can be beneficial, but sometimes it is not. For example, smoking gives utility to the smoker, but it does not give benefit to him. Similarly, if a consumer consumes or let's say consumes apples, he gets benefit as well as utility. So many products which have utility for consumer may or may not have benefit for him. Now coming to the next term, that is marginal utility. Marginal utility, the term marginal is really important term which is used throughout economics, and marginal utility means the extra utility which we obtain by using one additional unit of a product. So marginal utility is calculated as change in total utility. Delta sign shows change in total utility divided by change in quantity consumed. We will also explain this concept numerically. And the next term is total utility. Total utility is the total satisfaction that we derive by using a certain quantity of good or service. For example, if we consume 2 units or 3 units of a product, then we can add marginal utility of each product to get total utility. For example, if we consume first unit and we get marginal utility from first unit, so we will add it, and by consuming second unit we will get marginal utility from second unit, and if we consume another unit, so we will also add the marginal utility of third unit, and so on. So this will give us the total utility by adding marginal utility of each product. Now coming to law of diminishing marginal utility, this law states that when a consumer consumes a certain product continuously, then every additional unit of that product he consumes gives him lesser level of satisfaction as compared to the previous unit. This statement of law can be further explained with the help of a schedule and diagram. When a consumer consumes first unit of a product, let's see, he gets 10 units of marginal utility from that product, so his total utility will also be 10 units. And if he consumes the second unit of that product, then marginal utility will decrease from 10 to 8 units, but his total utility would be 10 plus 8, that is 18. And on third unit, his marginal utility will further fall, so it will be 6, let's say, and his total utility will be 18 plus 6, and it will give us 24 units of satisfaction. And if the consumer consumes an other unit of that similar product, then his marginal utility will further fall, and his total utility will be 24 plus 4, and this will give us 28 units of satisfaction. And on the fifth unit, his marginal utility will further fall, but total utility is still rising. 28 plus 2 will be 30. And on sixth unit consumed, marginal utility is 0. It means the sixth unit is giving no satisfaction to the consumer, and his total utility will remain the same, like 30 plus 0 is equal to 30. And on seventh unit consumed, his marginal utility will be negative, and his total utility will fall because 30 minus 2 will give us 28. So this is how marginal utility and total utility can be compared with this schedule. We can relate this law to our daily routine life. For example, if a person needs some water, and if he drinks first glass of water, he gets more satisfaction, greater level of satisfaction. But on second glass of water, his marginal utility or additional utility will decrease. If he drinks 6 glass of waters, then his marginal utility will be 0. On seventh unit or seventh glass of water, his marginal utility will go into negative area. We can draw a diagram to show this phenomena. We can put these values on diagrams, and we need to draw two diagrams. And one diagram is used to show total utility, and the lower panel shows marginal utility. And as we can see from this table, that when quantity consumed is increasing, marginal utility is continuously falling. So the relationship between quantity and marginal utility is negative. So when we draw the diagram to show the line to show marginal utility, it would be negatively sloped. Because of negative relationship between quantity and marginal utility curve would be negatively sloped. We can see that when consumer consumes 6 units of product, his marginal utility is 0. So this is the point where marginal utility is 0. So this will be the sixth point. And we can again see that when marginal utility is 0, total utility is maximum. So we can draw a perpendicular, and we can show that at this point when marginal utility is 0, total utility will be maximized. Before that, total utility is rising, and after that, total utility is falling. And this can be verified from the schedule, that when before marginal utility becomes 0, total utility is continuously increasing, and with the increase in quantity. So at 6th unit, total utility is maximized, and afterwards, if we use another unit, marginal utility will move to the negative area and total utility will start falling. And in this area, total utility was rising while marginal utility was positive. And when marginal utility is 0 at 6th unit, total utility is maximized, and afterwards when marginal utility is negative, total utility is falling. So this is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Like every other economic law, this law is also based on some assumptions, and if these assumptions are met, then this law will be applicable. If these assumptions are not met, then law will not be applicable. The first assumption is rational consumer. In the cardinal utility analysis, it is assumed that the consumer is rational and he aims at maximizing the utility. If he is not rational and he does not take decision based on the utility, then he might be considered as irrational. And in reality, in many cases, we can see that consumers purchase goods based on their traditions, or they are attracted by advertisement and they purchase the good. However, they might not need it. If it happens, then consumer is considered to be irrational, and if he takes decisions irrationally, then this law is not applicable. It is interesting to know that if consumer were rational, then there would have been no need for advertisement. However, advertisement makes consumers irrational, and they purchase many goods and services which are not needed. The second assumption is continuous use. If consumer uses the product continuously, then this law will be applicable. If there is interval between the consumption of the product, then this law may not hold true. And for example, if you take one glass of water in the morning, second in the evening, and then this law will not be applicable for you, because at both times you might be having the similar kind of utility. It is also assumed that the commodity consumed is taken in suitable and reasonable quantity. If the units are too small, then marginal utility, instead of falling, may increase up to a few units. Consumer's state of mind must remain the same. If he consumed the first unit with certain intention, then he must use the second unit with the same intention, otherwise the law might not hold true. Now, coming to the exceptions or limitations of law, these are the situations in which this law is totally inapplicable, and these include: number one is knowledge. When a person gets more knowledge, he feels more satisfied. Therefore, in this situation, law is not applicable. Similarly, this law is not applicable in case of wealth and money, because accumulation of more wealth increases the level of satisfaction of an individual. Some people have the hobby to collect historical and antique products, and they feel more comfortable with every additional unit of a product that is collected by them. Another limitation of the law is fashion. Fashion also makes this law inapplicable because a person feels more satisfied if he uses products according to the fashion, and he purchases like branded clothes, shoes, watches as per his fashion, and he feels more comfortable purchasing and using more quantity of a certain product as per his fashion. And the last thing is narcotics or addictions. And the person who has addiction of narcotics feels more satisfied, or he gets more utility by consuming more units of such goods. So the marginal utility of these goods increases with extra unit consumed. For example, wine, heroin, cigarettes, and other drugs. The more the person uses such goods, the more urge he has for them.